We are live. Welcome to episode 43 of the High Slot Podcast, brought to you by our producer, Mass Music Radio. I'm here today, as always, with the boys, Bob Deuce.
How are we?
Snipsky.
Yes, sir.
And myself, Andrew Coco Curry. How we doing on this fine afternoon, gentlemen?
Doing good. Had the day off from class to do a little bit of homework, and then also had some more homework other than school. Cooking up a game plan for this weekend. The Block Blazers boys are in the semis, the Final Four for the Eastern Hockey Federation. Got a big tally against Providence, a team that we owe a W against. So we got practice tonight and tomorrow, and we're just gearing up for that.
Love to hear it. Block Blazers making a run in the playoffs here.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's first year coaching with me and Sean Farnham, so trying to get that ring after the first year.
Yeah, you guys kind of had your backs up against the wall last week, right? Needed some big wins to make a run. What are you guys in the semis now?
Yeah, so it's the way it was set up. It's a round robin. Like it was like a tournament style playoff instead of just like a traditional like one and done. So we were the 7th seed. We were in a pool with like the 2, 4, and like 6 seed or something like that, or 5, whatever. How it was set up, and lost to Providence. The team we're playing Saturday in the semis. Lost them in the first game, like 7-3, and then we bounced back with a 2-game heater. We needed the win out, and so now we're in the Final Four again. So see how it goes.
Let's go. A little revenge spot for the Blazers this weekend. What you said, they beat you guys twice already. I mean, yeah, hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. So the first couple of games against them in the regular season, they took it to us. We weren't really we didn't really click right away. And so the first couple of games against Providence, they took it to us. But it was like a couple, I think it was one like 12-1, like 10-3 or something like that. And then we came back after Waterville. We played at Waterville Valley, won that tournament, and then they really clicked. Like we just started kind of buzzing after that. And then we beat Providence twice in a row after that, a couple close games, and then this past weekend they beat us 7-3, and then we'll see what happens this weekend. We owe them a W.
Yeah, absolutely. Time to bring home some more hardware. You guys got that Waterville Valley trophy, and now it's time to take home the league championship.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be. I don't know if this is even like a recorded fact or a recorded history thing for Eastern Hockey Federation, but I'll be the first player to win the AHF and the first person to be a player and coach winner. So let's see. I'm aiming for that milestone.
Oh man,
yeah. You won it with the Rangers.
Yeah, Shout out Boston Junior Rangers. I played for them. Whatever, won the Eastern Hockey Federation with them. So hopefully I can win the one with the Blazers as a coach. Be pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that team. You guys were a wagon.
I actually got the jersey right here.
Hell yeah, show it off for the people. Is that team still around or no?
Nah, they're not a thing anymore, unfortunately. That's it right there, Rangers, number 8.
Nasty.
Pretty nasty there. You got the little thing. Yeah, no quit in the Rangers, no quit.
Bob, what's the money line for the Blazers this week? Plus 400, you think? That'd be a hammer.
I mean, we're the 4 seed right now in the Frozen Four. We're definitely a dark horse, dude. No one wants to play us, trust me. Because the 2 absolute stressors. I'd say the 2 wins we needed to win against to get into the Final Four was tough, dude. We were down 2 goals both games with 5 minutes left, and we came back. The Cardiac Blazers, man.
The Cardiac Blazers.
The Cardiac Blazers. I'd say we're probably a plus 600, maybe plus 7. I don't know. I'm not really good with odds, but it's definitely a good chance we win it. So,
what was the score of the first 2 games? Was it close?
So
you played them?
Probably.
Yeah.
First 2 games they smoked us because we weren't clicking. And then the 2 games that we beat them, it was 6-3, and then one was we scored with 30 seconds left to take the lead. It was nuts, 4-3 or something like that. And then
so you split the season series? Is that what happened?
Yeah. So they're up 3 games, okay. 3 games to 2 right now technically. So this would be the 7th game we played against them this year.
Oh, yeah, everyone loves a good underdog story. So I know we're pulling for the Blazers, and I'm sure a lot of other fans out there will be too, with Bob and Farnham behind the bench. Snipsky, anything new going on with you?
Not too much. I mean, it was a short layoff from the last episode. Nothing much, just hanging out, following the Bruins, just watching hockey, staying on my shit.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Yeah, quick turnaround for the boys. We're back at it here tonight. We have a great episode for all you beauties out there tonight. We're going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to start with our Mass High School Hockey Roundup and dive into the results from the Sweet 16 from last week. Then we're going to get into a little hockey talk and discuss the hometown Boston Bruins performance as of late. And then we'll finish with our weekly NHL Gambling Corner. You boys ready?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, let's do it. So the MIAA High School Hockey State Tournament continued to provide plenty of action over the past week. Why don't we dive into some of the results from the round of 16? So starting off in D1, we had number 5 Marshfield facing off against number 12 Franklin. Marshfield was able to get past Franklin in a defensive battle. The only goal of the game was scored by the Rams junior forward Steve Faria, who whistled home a wrister from the top of the slot with 4:49 left in the third period. Marshfield goalie Brady Quackenbush.
I was laughing already when I saw that.
Quackenbush, the best name in high school hockey right now. He pitched his second straight 1-0 postseason shutout. So he's on fire right now, dude. The Quack Attack is back.
The Quack Attack. Let's fucking go, dude.
Quackenbush.
Dude, that's that's almost an electric name right now.
It's the best name in high school hockey, easily.
Yeah.
If they have like names on the back of their jersey, if I was on the other team, I'd be like, "Yo, jersey swap with Quackenbush."
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, "Let me get that jersey." Nasty.
Yeah, I got a little intel from some of the high school boys. He goes by Quack. Sick nickname, dude. I mean, you can't beat that. Yeah,
that's easy. That's an easy one too.
Quack. The fact he's a goalie too, I think, just makes it like that's a sick name for a goalie, Quackenbush. And he's the name is great and his game's been even better. 2 straight shutouts to start the postseason. Pretty decent.
Legendary.
Yeah, honestly, they're kind of riding his coattails right now. A couple 1-0 wins.
Yeah, the thing is that's sick that he has like those 2 shutties, but like, bro, like I get like he probably has all the confidence in the world, but deep down he's probably nervous as shit. Especially as it goes on, dude, like Elite 8, and then you're like, all right, like I haven't let up a goal. Like, when he lets up that 1 goal, he has to make sure he's mentally strong. Because, you know how it is. You know how goalies are.
Yeah, but I don't know. With a name like Quackenbush, with a name like Quackenbush, I think this kid's cool as a cucumber. I mean, he's been putting on a hell of a performance, and we'll see if he can get the Rams into the Final Four.
Yeah, cool.
And I love it because it's against. It's even better. It's against Franklin too. Always burns deep.
Ended Vinny's high school career.
Last game against Frank. I love to see Franklin get eliminated.
Yeah, they've taken out the North Quincy boys a few times in the tournament. So yeah, it's it's just something that you like to see them lose. Nothing against them. It's a little personal for us. Franklin always giving us a tough time in the tournament.
It was just my last high school game. I just like to sit.
So all the high school teams out there that we like kind of just like throw shade at, it's nothing really like personal. You know what I mean? Like, it's personal for us, but it's not personal towards.
But it is personal.
Yeah. It's not personal, but it's personal. Yeah, like it's all good. Don't take it too much.
Yeah. Don't take it to heart.
Yeah, that's what
we're just here trying to settle old. We're just here trying to settle old scores.
We're 3 washed up guys that can't get over some shit. So
yeah. All right. Why don't we move on to our next game, where we saw the number 1 seed in Division I, St. John's Prep, taking on number 16 Archbishop Williams. St. John's Prep, they got all they could handle from Archbishop Williams, but the defending champions prevailed in a 2-1 quarterfinals matchup. Defenseman Nick Brendano had a first-period goal, and senior Will Van Sicklin had the game winner in the second period. Ben Sylvester scored the lone goal for Archies, who finished the campaign at 13-9-1. Boys, were you surprised to see a number 16 seed take a number 1 seed down to the wire like that?
Hey, it's playoffs, man. Anything could happen. Like, some teams are just not.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything could happen, dude. Like bounce of the puck, like a questionable penalty call, anything, dude. Like, there's so much, and you never know. Like even though like it was probably like a home game for St. John's Prep. Like some kids are just like you said, Coco, like cool as a cucumber, just going in there. Like they're just so used to like just like the noise and everything. Because Archie's gets a good crowd. They go out there. They probably used to just like I said having big crowds and stuff. And yeah, anything could happen in the postseason, man. No one's safe.
A team like Archie's though, like that's dangerous at that seed. I think like Archie's solid school. Like you would think they'd be higher, and they're always good at hockey. So I'm not really surprised that Archie's took them down or to the wire. But what's this kid's name's Van Sickling? There's another one.
Yeah, that's a sweet name too. Yeah, we might have to do like a top high school hockey like name rankings or something.
Yeah, we'll do like a graphic and put it up on our Insta or something.
Yeah, there's some sweet names out there.
Or whoever's listening, like all the high school kids listening, just have them like submit names. Because I'm sure like there's some names on here that we don't
Send
know.
Send them to us.
We'll do.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
We'll do like a vote. Yeah, we'll do like a vote or something. We'll do like a poll. And then we'll be like, vote. Like, we'll pick like the top 5 names and be like, all right, vote. What's the best or something.
Yeah, we got to do something like that. Because
so for all the listeners,
there's definitely some names out there we haven't heard of.
Exactly. So all the listeners out there, submit some names. Because there's some names that we're probably going to be missing that probably are fucking hilarious names. Because I know there's definitely a lot of goofy names out there. So let us know. Yeah,
we'll do all Massachusetts high school hockey like name bracket. See who has the best one.
Or
DM us, hit us up on the email. Submit your best high school hockey names.
Yeah, all team name.
But
you know what I mean, all team.
Yeah, we'll do like a first team all name.
Yeah,
all name.
Like they do with the hair, like when they did with the all team, like the hair on. I think Barstool did it. But
I know Minnesota high school hockey always does that, like a all hair team. So we'll have to do all.
Oh yeah, it's like all malts. Yeah.
But going back to the actual game here, in the tournament, seeds don't matter. You can't really look at seeds. Yep. Anyone can beat anybody on any given night. And I was shocked to see Archie's at a 16 seed. Like I go like looking at like the school. I'm like, oh, Archie's hockey school, like they can give anyone a run for their money. So it didn't surprise me to see this game so close. All right, boys, in our next game, we got an upset alert. Upset alert.
Oh boy.
Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. We had number 3 Hingham and number 14 Reading. Reading blanked Hingham 4-0. The Rockets came out flying, grabbed an early 1-0 lead just 4 minutes into the contest. Junior Cam Fahey came down the left side, buried a wrister into the far corner. Evan Panucci and Robbie Granara drew assists on the goal. The Harbormen started to assert themselves late in the first and into the second, but they were unable to get the puck past Reading junior goaltender Chris Hannafin. The game stayed 1-0 into the later stages of the third period when Reading senior Matt Walsh picked up a great time to score his first goal of the season, intercepting a pass in the Hingham zone and then firing home a wrister from the top of the slot with just 3:30 left to play. Reading's Laz Giardina tacked on a pair of empty net goals to account for the 4-0 final. The Rockets are going to face Braintree in the quarterfinals. So, boys, Hingham, we were kind of big on them, but we had an upset. 14 seed Reading's heading to the Elite Eight. What do we think about that?
Yeah, like we said, man, anything can happen in the playoffs. You play that one team that can just take you out, man, just biting ankles like the Detroit Lions. So, like, dude, like that's unreal. Like Matt Walsh, like, congratulations, man, scoring your first goal in a playoffs, like a crazy like fashion like that, man. Like that's how it is too. You need like certain people to step up. Like that's where legends are made, are in these playoffs, dude. Like Coco, I know for a fact, like your coming out party was mostly in like your sophomore year for the state playoff run we had. So like there's and, like after that you cemented yourself as like a varsity starter. So like there's like a lot of kids listening right now, like just like strive to be that player, man. Just rise to the occasion when you have to, because it's all about the regular season. It's all about how you show up in the playoffs. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's where your legacy's built, in the state tournament. Those are the games people are going to remember the most. So yeah, whatever you did in the regular season doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you had no goals, no assists. If you bury one in the state tournament, everyone's going to remember that. So yeah, must have been a special moment for Matt Walsh there, scoring his first career goal. Love to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you got, Snipsky?
yeah, I was gonna say Reading, definitely a good hockey city, I would say. Like Hingham, it shows like when it comes down to like the states, like what type of team you are, and like Reading was just ready to play, and Hingham, I guess not. Hingham did really well during the regular season, but the Reading Rockets, man, they're popping off.
Rockets are moving on. Yeah, I talked to a former Hingham High alumni. He's on the Quincy College club hockey team. I won't throw him under the bus, but he wasn't too confident in Hingham going into the tournament. He was like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't know if they're as good as they are on paper. So yeah, he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. Hingham, unfortunately,
so the New York Rangers of D1.
Yeah, possibly. All right, we got a couple more games here. We got number 6 Arlington versus number 11 Braintree. The first of the boys' bandwagons to fall for me, unfortunately. I had Arlington as my bandwagon for D1. It was Braintree facing off against Arlington for the third time this season. Each team won a 3-2 game in the regular season, so this was the rubber match. And you guessed it, this one also finished 3-2. The rubber match went to the Womps. The game was tied 2-2 late in the third period, and Andrew Gaffney scored the eventual game winner with just 1:30 left to play. Braintree held leads of 1-0, 2-1, thanks to a pair of goals by Larry Graziano. Seniors Drew Fecto and Jake Russell had goals for the Spy Ponders, who finished this year at 15-6-2. So yeah, I've bowed out of the D1 race here. It's up to you guys. I'll be joining the CM bandwagon with you guys, just for the record.
Let's go. You got to join the winning side, baby. So yeah,
gotta
go Knights.
Yeah, so like the cardiac womps, it seems like, man, because against Waymo, first round or second round, I forget which round it was.
First round,
they won in the same fashion, dude. It was like 0-0 the whole entire game, and they scored with like a minute, maybe 2 minutes left or something like that. And they did it against Arlington, dude. The cardiac Womps, watch out for the Womps. That's a team you don't want to play, man. That's a tough city or a tough town. That's a South Shore team.
We've played against Braintree growing up, mostly in travel hockey. Didn't play them so much in high school, but they're always a good team. Always a good team. Again, seeds don't matter. You see the number 11 seed, I see Braintree, and I'm like, that's a good hockey school. Could be a team of destiny here. The Womps looking to make a run.
Yeah, it's a good win against Arlington. Sure.
Yeah, Arlington was they were Final Four last year. I thought they had it in them to get over the hump, get back there, but it was Braintree's night. Our last game for D1 that we're going to highlight is number 2 CM against number 15 St. Mary's. Catholic Memorial advanced to the quarterfinals and will have a date with Catholic Conference rival Zavarian. They had a workman-like 3-0 win over number 15 St. Mary's. Goaltender Owen Watson only needed to make 9 saves for the shutout. So it tells you a little bit about how much the Knights kind of dominated this game. The Knights got goals from Morgan Lenahan, Brendan McNeil, and RJ Donahue. So yeah, boys, your Knights are looking pretty dominant so far. Only letting up 9 shots on net. That's impressive.
Stout.
Yeah,
stout.
Yeah, you're not winning a hockey game with just 9 shots on net. I don't know who you think you are if you think you're going to win a game off 9 shots, but that's unreal though. That just shows how the CM just has a stout decor. You know what I mean? They probably clog up the neutral zone, like just suffocate. Like all 3 zones are probably unreal. Like they probably suffocate you on the forecheck. Neutral zone, they probably just pick off every pass, and then if you come in, they just probably just knock the puck right off your stick. You know what I mean? So yeah, that sounds like a well-oiled machine. Watch out for the Knights, man.
Yeah,
the Knights are dangerous.
Not to mention yeah, I mean, like the goalie, he didn't get tested much. He's probably pretty good too, but the forecheck, I would say, is probably the biggest component of what's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you could argue CM could have been the 1 seed. I think CM and St. John's Prep kind of went back and forth this year. But CM's looking like they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. So our Elite 8 matchups for Division 1 that will be going on over the next few days. We got number 1 St. John's Prep will face number 9 St. John Shrewsbury. Number 4 Pope Francis will be facing off against number 5 Marshfield. The big one is number 2 CM facing number 7 Zavarian. And then we got a team of, of dark horses, number 11 Braintree will be facing off against number 14 Reading. So we'll have a double-digit seed in the Final Four. You boys see any upsets on the horizon? What do we think?
Well, the CM Severian, that scares me because it's like seems like two very good hockey schools going at it. Plus, me and Bob and we're all on CM, so it seems like I'm like, why is 11 Braintree playing 14 Reading? I'm like, shouldn't it be like CM plays 14 Reading and Severian plays Braintree? But like that's beside the fact. I'm kind of scared though for CM playing Severian because Severian's known as like a really nasty hockey school. So.
Yeah, that's probably game of the week, CM versus Severian. And Snipsky, just to reiterate what you said, like why Braintree and Reading are facing each other. So it's all bracket format. So they just happen to be in that same bracket. They've made it out to the Elite Eight in their bracket. So it doesn't reseed. You just stay in your region of the bracket and you move on until the state finals. It's a little different setup than it has been in the past.
Yeah, it makes sense because they both upset their opponents last year. Okay.
The higher seeds. Yeah, exactly. Bob, you mentioned the Pope Francis Marshfield game.
Yeah, so I mean, Quackenbush, dude. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna put a puck by the guy. So, I think that's.
Let's
I wouldn't
see if
even
he
really
keeps
call
the
that an
shoddy
upset.
streak going.
Yeah, I know. Like, but the thing is, I don't even like call that an upset because they're so close seedings. But Pope Francis has been like a renowned hockey program in D1. So. And Marshfield, I don't even know how they've been the past couple of years, but they've been a good school as well. But I think Quackenbush might just be like quacking his way to the Final Four.
Would love to see it. All right,
He'll be
there's our action
Quackenbush tonight with another shoddy.
Jeez. There's our action from Division 1 this week. Why don't we move on to Division 2? Where boys sound the alarm again. We have another upset, probably the biggest one of the tournament so far. It was number 1 Tewksbury and number 17 Norwood. Norwood pulled off the big time upset, downing top seed Tewksbury 5-2 behind a packed crowd at Breakaway Ice Center. Junior Andrew Gillis led the offense with a hat trick for Norwood. Rich Carroll and TJ Martin also scored, and Anthony Amato had 41 saves in net for the Mustangs. Norwood will draw Hopkinton in the quarterfinals, and no back-to-back state title for Tewksbury this year. Down goes Goodman.
Down goes Goodman. Yeah, so every time I think of Norwood, dude, I just think about Norwood Country Club and how much of a dumpster fire that fucking place is. So
the worst golf course in the state.
Yeah, so when I saw Norwood, I was just like, oh, gee, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really think of them as a hockey school. So, but no, that's great for them. Like we said again, like you never know who you're going to be playing in the playoffs, like no matter what the seeding is. But Tewksbury, man, like I've said it on the podcast before. Like I saw them. Like I saw a couple highlights of games and stuff like that. All their goals, they're just like a gritty team, which is like built for a playoff run. And I can see why they won it last year. But at the same time, like you got to have some talent. You need some depth scoring because I've seen like most of their games, like they're kind of like low scoring, like them playing defense and relying probably on their goaltender a lot. I would say. And here we go, like 5-2, like lost 5-2. Like they didn't look like they have depth scoring. You know what I mean? Only pot and 2 in a state game. You know what I mean? So. Congrats to Norwood. See if they can make an actual like Cinderella run at 17 seed.
Yeah, that'd
I agree with
a lot with Final Four.
Yeah, I agree with a lot what Bob said. Also, it's like comes down to like maybe overlooking your opponent a little bit too. Like, was it the second round or the first round?
Second.
That
Sweet 16.
Yeah, second. I mean. Still like a 17 seed, like they probably are like already looking ahead to like getting to a state title after they won last year. So could see that coming up too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't downplay your opponent. I mean, and shout out to Andrew Gillis with the hat trick in the state tourney game. Have yourself a night, young man.
Yeah, that's unreal.
All right, let's move on to number 5, Silver Lake. Of course, we got to talk about the Lake Show facing off against number 12, Gloucester. Silver Lake held on for a 5-4 win over Gloucester to move on to the Elite Eight. The Lakers had 5 different goal scorers in Ben Cronin, Cam Cardarelli, Aiden Dunphy, Pat Murphy, and Liam Tompkins. They'll square off with Walpole next. Brett Cunningham had 2 goals for the Fishermen. Shout out to Silver Lake, because I think all those kids that I just mentioned who scored all followed us on social media and have been supporting the podcast. So,
yeah.
Hey, if you want to win, you want to score goals, you might want to follow the high slot.
Yeah, a little high slot.
Yes, sir.
For the kid. Hey, but like I said, in the state tournament, you're going to need some depth scoring. They got depth scoring there.
There it is.
5 different goal scorers. Hey, Lake Show, listen up. You guys got to clean up your fucking defense. 5-4. Come on. I mean, I know you guys. I know you guys can score goals. But you guys got to back check, forecheck, paycheck. All right. So I know you're probably not listening right now, obviously, because of recording your games tonight. But hopefully, you guys take that into account tonight. All right.
Yeah, I know we've been big on the Lake Show this year. And they look like I hopped off the bandwagon. I'm regretting it big time now. I look like an idiot because they're just proving the doubters wrong. They're the gritty team. They're the football team on skates. And, the depth scoring is huge. 5 different goal scorers is what you need because you can't rely on 1 or 2 kids to score each night because if they get shut down, then you're in trouble.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we'll move on until Snipsky comes back. We got number 2 Duxbury against number 15 Boston Latin. Duxbury had another big offensive night, blanking Boston Latin 7-0. Senior Aiden Harrington earned a hat trick while Chris Gillis, Mike Eusis, Brady Walsh, and Cormac Waller all chipped in 1 apiece. Next up for the Dragons is Wakefield in the quarterfinals. Anything you want to add about Duxbury, Bob?
I'm not even shocked. I mean, Boston Latin isn't really that known to be like a hockey school. Maybe like a couple of maybe years down the road they were, but yeah, Duxbury's a wagon, dude. I mean, they've always been a good team. When we played against them, they're always dominant. You know what I mean? So I'm not even surprised that they're going to be in the Elite Eight. Just a premier high school hockey team.
Yeah, I think that's their expectations every year is to have a good regular season and make a deep run. So yeah, no surprises there. One more game for Division II I want to highlight. It was number 4 Canton against number 19 Wilmington. There's Snipsky. He's back.
Hey, welcome
Snipsky,
back.
we're talking Canton. We're talking Canton versus Wilmington right now. Canton earned a 6-0 shutout over Wilmington. Junior Pat Drury scored 2 goals for the Bulldogs, and Jeff Chappett, Teddy Schumann, Brian Middleton, and A.J. Thomas each added a goal apiece. Sophomore Colin Davis earned the shutout in net. Canton's going to take on Newburyport for a trip to the semifinals on Wednesday. So, yeah, I know Snipsky and I were on the Canton bandwagon. Love to see it. A little 6-0 shutty, and they're moving on. Just keep taking care of business, boys. Do your job against Newburyport. Get to the Frozen Four.
Canton looking nice, just like CM.
Our
What's your thoughts,
Elite
man?
8. Oh, yeah,
my
Snips,
bad.
you got anything?
Oh, about Canton?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love it. They've looked good so far.
6-0,
yeah, they've looked good. I like what I'm seeing from Canton. The Bulldogs, baby. Something different in the water in Canton.
Always.
All right, we got some Elite 8 matchups for D2 here. We got number 8 Hopkinton taking on number 17 Norwood. We got number 4 Walpole taking on number 5 Silver Lake. And then we'll have number 2 Duxbury taking on number 10 Wakefield. And then, like I just mentioned, number 3 Canton's going to be taking on number 6 Newburyport. Bob, you nervous for the Lakers at all in their matchup against Walpole?
I mean, I think Walpole's a really good team. We'll see. I'm a little nervous on the side because they the last game for the Lake Show they let up 4 goals. Like you can't be expecting to win shootouts every night, and you got to lock down and play some defense. So we'll see, man. The puck drop is probably soon, I would say. So we'll figure it out in a couple hours.
Yeah, I think tonight, 7 p.m. Walpole, though, I know we haven't talked about them much this year because, we're South Shore guys. We typically highlight the South Shore teams, not to be biased or anything. But Mass High School hockey lives in the South Shore. All the best teams come from the South Shore. No offense to you North Shore and Western Mass teams. It's just, something the kids are bred different down here in the South Shore for hockey. But Walpole, I believe, don't quote me on this, was the 2020 state champions. So they got some experience under their belt. They know what it takes to get to the Garden.
I think you're right, Coco. I think I know. I
we'll be pulling for the Lakers.
With Walpole.
Yeah, so that's a big matchup. I think that's game of the week for D2, the Walpole Silver Lake matchup. Definitely interested to see how that one turns out. Let's move on to Division 3 here. We had number 1 Scituate taking on number 16 Seekonk. And top-seeded Scituate is advancing to the quarterfinals with a 3-1 win. Matt Segezi scored the first goal for the Sailors, and Dan Brown added the next 2. So, Bob, your Scituate Sailors looking pretty good. They're moving on.
Let's go. Survive in advance, baby. Survive in advance.
Nah.
That's all it is. Come March, survive in advance. Snipsky's not big on Scituate.
Nah. Vinny, what do you think? What do you think, dude? What's your thoughts? Kid?
Nah, no Scituate. No Scituate. I'm down.
Great. Hey,
we'll talk about my team next, which is number 5 Watertown. They took on number 12 Drake-It. Watertown's moving on to the quarterfinals with a 6-2 victory against Drake at Tingsboro. I knew the Raiders were going to get some revenge for our North Quincy boys. Drake took out North Quincy in the first round, so Watertown, they did their job. I told them, go out, pump Drake do it for the North Quincy boys, and they did.
Love it.
James Erickson scored 3 goals for the Raiders, 3 goals for James Erickson. Caden Salzman, Alex Benosian, and Jack Dickey also added goals. Matt Lesniak and Colin Underwood scored for Drake-It. So my Raiders, the Raiders are moving on. Love it, boys. Keep it going. We'll talk about Snipsky's team in Division 3 next. Number 2, Linfield. They took on number 15, Methuen. The 2-seed Linfield is advancing to the quarterfinals with a 5-2 victory against Methuen on Saturday. The Pioneers led 4-0 after 2 periods. Lucas Cook scored the first 2 goals. Dylan Damiani, Jack Carpenter, and Jarrett Scapatulio added the next 3. Owen Nealon scored both goals for the Rangers. Yeah, I probably butchered his name. Sorry, Jared.
I doubt they even spelled that right.
But yeah, so all the boys' teams are moving on. Yeah, no chance. So yeah, every one of our bandwagon teams in D3 is moving on to the Elite 8. I'm hoping we get a matchup at some point. Like one of our teams face off against another one, because we'll be there if that's the case.
Yeah, the high slide pump.
And then the last game I wanted to highlight for D3 was number 7 Hanover and number 10 Triton. Triton ended Hanover's quest for a second straight state title with a 2-0 win against the Hawks. Alex Pasquini put the Vikings in the lead, and Michael Taylor added the empty net goal. So, yeah, no back-to-back state champion in D3. Down goes Hanover. I know we thought they might make a run just based on their reputation, but not this year. What wasn't Hanover's year, I think, from the start.
Yeah, there might have been a hangover in Hanover. So, maybe next year.
State championship hangover. It happens. Yeah, can't win it every year. They'll be back, though. They'll be back next year.
Coco was all over that from the beginning. Like Christmas, you were like, yep, Hanover. Nope, I don't think so. I remember that.
Yeah, they didn't seem like that team that they'd been in the past. It just, something was different about them this year. They kind of struggled out the gate and then really couldn't find their stride. So, yeah, down goes Hanover. Our Elite 8 matchups for D3, we got number 1 Scituate taking on number 8 Essex Tech. We'll have number 4 Nauset taking on number 5 Watertown. Number 3 Medfield will be taking on number 11 Neshoba, and then number 2 Linfield will be taking on number 10 Triton. So yeah, all the top seeds still in it, 1 through 4. Actually, 1 through 5 still in it, and then you got some double-digit seeds in there looking to shake up the bracket. But as of now, our bandwagons are going strong. We'll see if they can make it to the Frozen Four. And then lastly, why don't we recap Division 4? We had number 1 Norwell taking on number 17 Norton. Number 1 Norwell had a solid team win over Norton, beating them 5-2 to advance to the Elite 8. Pat Brennan led the way with 2 goals. Timmy Ward, Nolan Petroselli, and Kevin Leary all scored 1 apiece for the Clippers. They'll take on Martha's Vineyard next Thursday night at the Bog. So yeah, Norwell, been saying it. It's their year. They're due. They haven't looked, that impressive through their first 2 games. They've had a couple close ones. This one made me feel a little better compared to their first round game. But that's all right. That's all right. You don't need blowout wins in the tournament. Win's a win, like we've been saying. Survive in advance. So keep it going, Norwell. Well, I know I'm pulling for you. Snipsky's on the bandwagon too.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, the Norwell looks strong.
This is their championship to lose, man. Like you said, it's their year. I mean, you guys have been beating that drum, so let's see if they can shit it off the pot and actually get over the hump.
Been on Norwell all
Go
year.
Clippers, come on. I'm rooting for you too, even though I'm rooting for you too, guys. I'm not against the Clippers. I want to see some greatness too. All right, let's go.
Bob wants to see a rematch.
Yeah, I know, but Bob's rooting for Norwell at heart. I want
Absolutely, I want to see a rematch. Hell yeah, that's what I want to see.
Next, why don't we talk about number 3 Winthrop and number 19 Amesbury? Sound the alarm again, boys. Upset alert. Hunter Bellesley's goal in the waning seconds of the first overtime powered number 19 Amesbury to a stunning 4-3 win over 3-seed Winthrop. The Vikings held a 3-2 lead until late in the third period when Joey Duggan tied it up for Amesbury, who they will now await the winner of Monday's Nantucket-Abington contest in the quarterfinals. So big upset there. Number 19 Amesbury moving on in a thriller overtime.
I couldn't imagine losing a state championship game or a state title game. I keep on saying title, state game in overtime. I couldn't even imagine that, dude. Imagine just especially blowing a lead that late and then losing an OT. Man, I couldn't even fathom that.
Neponset Bridge.
Devastating.
Especially being a top seed, one of the top seeds. Yeah, I feel like my heart goes out to Winthrop. Maybe next year you guys can redeem yourselves after that, but that's tough. But again, another Cinderella team in one of the division playoffs. So see what Amesbury can do.
Yeah,
March
there's
Madness.
always one, and you kind of want to root for the Cinderella story too. It's tough not to. Yeah, exactly. All right, one last game here for Division 4. It's Bob's Sandwich Boys. Number 2 Sandwich took on number 18 Dover Sherborne. Sandwich blanked Dover Sherborne 3-0. Junior Chris Cardillo continued his monster season, scoring all 3 goals for the Blue Knights. Colin McIver added 2 assists, while Mitchell Norkevicius, butchered that one definitely, had a shutout in goal. The Blue Knights are going to meet a familiar foe in the next round when they face off Dennis Yarmouth. The two played twice already this season. Sandwich won both meetings, but just 2-1 and 1-0. So, Bob, let's hear from you on that. How you feeling about Sandwich?
Man, it seems like they can play multiple style of games because we've seen them beat teams pretty well, have good depth scoring, but also if they play a team that is gritty and tries to probably beat them down down low or whatever in their own zone, dude, it seems like they can play that game, you know what I mean? Just play shutdown D and just pop some goals when they get opportunities, you know what I mean? So Sandwich is gonna be a tough out, man. I mean, we've known that from the start, but from what I've seen from the different scores they've had, they can play different style of games.
Yeah, Snipsky, anything you want to add there?
I mean, I'd love to see 1 versus 2 in the chip. That'd be nice. Especially be awesome. Sandwich, yeah, they, like Bob said, I agree. They play different ways and they know how to win, either way, shootout or if it's low scoring. That seems like a pretty complete team. But I mean, I'm on the Norwell boys. They're due.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sandwich looking to go back to back. They got it done last year. They were kind of Cinderella last year, and this year they're kind of, a top dog with a target on their back. I guaranteed, I think I made a guarantee about a month or so ago that it would be Norwell Sandwich in the finals, and I'm sticking to that. I want that rematch.
Boots on the ground.
Our Elite 8 matchups, yeah, 100%. We'll be there. Our Elite 8 matchups will be number 1 Norwell taking on number 8 Martha's Vineyard. We'll have number 4 Grafton taking on number 5 Shawshene Valley. Number 2 Sandwich will be taking on number 7 Dennis Yarmouth in a battle of the Cape teams. And then number 6 Nantucket is going to be taking on the Cinderella, number 19 Amesbury. So, again, some great matchups loaded up for us this week. It's just a great time of year. It's a great time of year. State tournament really heating up. We got upsets left and right, overtime thrillers. It's just it's a good time of year for hockey, and I'm excited to see how these next few rounds pan out, and we'll see who's going to be heading to the TD Garden after this weekend.
Hell yeah!
Do we dare say horny for hockey?
Oh, we can say it. We haven't used any yet, so yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
We got to start using up the meter.
We almost hit it last week.
I'd say we're probably at like a 7 on the horny meter. We're getting there. It's almost full 10. It's almost full throttle, but not yet.
I might need to pop a Viagra or two to get it going. Get the boys going.
Already did.
All right, that does it for our Mass High School Hockey Roundup. We'll keep you updated next episode, where we'll be talking about the Frozen Four and who's going to be heading to the state finals. All right, why don't we move on to a little hockey talk? We'll talk about the boys' hometown team, the Boston Bruins. So in the past week since our last episode, the Bruins had one game. They had a 1-0 win they went 1-0, and their lone win came against the Rangers 4-2 on Saturday. Boys, what were our thoughts on the game?
Just pure domination, man. The Bruins are just like we always, again, beating a dead horse. They're just an absolute fucking wagon, dude. Yeah, just beating the shit out of it. Dude, it's like
no mercy.
Yeah, dude, like tenderizing the meat for dinner. But fucking dude, we're just such a wagon. Like Adam Pertuzzi, right away, like what was like his first shift, gets an assist, like does a nice crisp cross corner dump, and then whoever it was, like Coyle was the one that scored. I forget who it was. Freddie cycled goes it down. Cycles it down perfect right to Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi just like rips it right over to Coyle. Bang, goal. Like it was like the most like textbook like dump, chase, cycle out in front of the slot, bang. And like I was like, all right, like that was this dude's first shift. Like that's a fucking joke. So I like this team, like, and he hasn't even like acclimated himself to the locker room or anything or the system. So like it's gonna be even scarier as like games go on. But yeah, the Bruins again are just looking scary, and they're going to be looking more scary going into the playoffs.
I agree. Snipsky, what are your thoughts? Ooh. Yeah, Bertuzzi and Hathaway just already looking like they were born to be Bruins. For those who aren't familiar with those players before we acquired them, I said these guys are going to be fan favorites in Boston just based on the way they play. I'm familiar with both these guys. They're scrappy, they're gritty, and I think that's exactly what they needed to add to the lineup was a couple guys like Hathaway and Burt. And yeah, just you plug them right in the lineup, and they just like have that immediate chemistry, it should be scary for some other teams around the league. And I've been trashing the Rangers, and rightfully so. I mean, the Bruins took it to them, and again, I don't think the Rangers are a team that's built for a long postseason run here, and I think the Bruins kind of proved that. They kind of really took care of business against them, and I'll take the Rangers in the playoffs in a 7-game series. I think we win 4-1, a little gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, like if we see the Rangers. Oh, no, my bad. Well, so like the Rangers, like we do end up seeing the Rangers, which is there's a good chance we will. Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be close. After what we saw, like the last game against them, man, like there's a lot of teams that really can't match up to us, other than like the Carolina Hurricanes. I think that's like the only team that can really like put some pressure on us and like might even beat us, dude. Like they look fucking good, man. But besides the point, like the Rangers, yeah, I can see them going like first or second round, but if like they don't match up with us at all, like our deep pairs, like Vinny mentioned, our goalie tandem, like make you pick. Obviously, Omar's gonna be like the number one guy for the playoffs, but like even take your pick, dude. Swayman, he's gonna get you a couple wins. You know what I mean? Man, like on our forwards, like our scoring depth is literally insane. Like all four lines can produce. So, and we obviously got the better coach. I love Gerard Gallant and all that, but with that much talent on your team, man, you got to be able to facilitate a plan or a game plan to put your team in a position to win games. And right now, like I know it's early, like he just acquired Tarasenko and Kaner and shit like that, but he needs to elevate the player of all of his players and make sure they gel together for the playoffs, because that's obviously that only matters in the playoffs. But yeah, like right now the Rangers Bruins, like the series wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, Snipsky, what do you got? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about Patty Kane because last time I trash talked him, he went on an absolute tear. But he did not look good. He got beat bad by Nosek for the shorthanded goal. Like just out there not playing any defense. Yeah, that's not a guy you like. That's not the type of things you need come playoff time. You can't have someone out there half-assing it on defense. But yeah, I'm not worried about the Rangers at all. Carolina, completely different story. Definitely scared of them a little bit. But boys, what about Nick Foligno and Taylor Hall being placed on the IR, both with lower body injuries? Does that make you nervous at all?
Um, in a sense, yeah. I mean, like for just like the future of the team, like I wouldn't say it's a really a concern right now for our necessarily our playoff run, because like you said, we got Bertuzzi, got Hathaway, we got guys that can just like fill into those roles. You know what I mean? And they can show, it already shows right away that they're filling in and making a contribution and stuff like that. And we just have such good depth scoring. Yeah, like it would be nice to have Halsey um in the lineup and stuff like that, because obviously he showed like last year in the playoffs he really elevated his game. That's why he earned his contract that he got with us. But as of right now, I wouldn't say it's a complete concern, because I think it's just like more down the road, like next year, when if we have to make moves or whatever, like make some roster moves and stuff like that. Like if he's going to be healthy enough to come back and stuff like that, because it seems like it's a pretty bad knee injury from what I've heard. Um, but I mean, it'd be nice to have Foligno back. I kind of like Foligno is actually like the one player you really need to be in the playoffs, because he's a good voice in the locker room. Because you saw like in that Frozen Fenway video that went viral of him just like firing up the boys, and like he's like an extended captain, because obviously he was a captain for the Blue Jackets. He's a well respected guy in the league, and that's the reason why Bergeron wanted him to come in and talk to Don Sweeney to bring him in, so he can just be an extended captain and just light a fire under everyone's ass. You know what I mean? So that's one guy that's injured that like I kind of like wish he wasn't hurt, because he would be a great asset for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. Snipsky, what do you think about the Foligno and Halsey injuries? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Snipsky. I'm more disappointed about the Foligno injury, like Bob mentioned, because he'd been having a big bounce back year for the Bruins. I know last year he didn't do so much, and people didn't have some great things to say about him. But this year he's really back to that player he was in Columbus. And like you said, Bob, he's an extended captain in that locker room. So disappointed to see him go down. I'm hoping he's back come playoff time. He's a guy you could really need. Halsey, it's unfortunate he goes down, but he's been kind of having a down year. Hasn't been putting up the points like he has in the past. They've had him down like the third line. He's kind of had a minimized role this year. I think he's replaceable. You hate to say that about a guy, but I think Halsey's replaceable. And I agree with you, Snipsky. Like these injuries can't be an excuse for not winning a Stanley Cup. Like it'd be a whole different story if, God forbid, it was a Bergie, Marchand, Pasta type situation. Knock on wood here. Hopefully, nothing like that occurs. But yeah, injuries are unfortunate, but shouldn't hold us back at all. It's full steam ahead. We got the team, went out and got the guys we need at the deadline, and it's cup or bust. We got to make it happen this year. Mm. Oh yeah, trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
in the locker
yeah,
room,
I
run some
agree.
Bengay on that shit.
Yeah. Looking ahead, the Bruins have Edmonton at home, and then they have a home and away split with Detroit on Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully we're back here next week, and it's Bruins went 3-0 again. We'll hope for that. But yeah, we'll keep you updated on the Bruins' performance next week. Oh, let's go. It is. Yeah, something to keep an eye on for sure. What are we at, 10 or 11 in a row right now?
11,
10,
10.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. That'd be nice to break another record, just put another historic mark on this season. But again, none of it matters if we don't go out and win the cup.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'd rather like not do any of this like crazy shit that we're doing as winning the cup. You know what I mean? Because this is how it usually goes. Like you fucking rip it up in the regular season, get all these accolades, and then you just fucking just shit your pants in the playoffs. So you only can,
Yeah,
yeah,
seriously.
like
We've been
'98
there, done
Braves,
that.
the '98 Braves, Morgan Wallen.
Been listening to that new Morgan. Nasty.
Oh, dude, on repeat. I've been a sick fuck
Literally.
about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
yeah,
Morgan
dude,
did
like
it
no,
again, man.
no, there hasn't been one like I've been listening to the album like through and through for the past like week or whatever how long it's been out. And dude, like there hasn't been a bad song, dude. Like, I've never been like, oh, what the fuck's this, and skipped. Like it's all like just like you just relate to it, jam to it, dude. It's unreal. Like Morgan Wallen's the man.
It's close. It's up there.
Lyrically, yes. I would say lyrically, yes, but like I think Dangerous had a little bit more like more bops. You know what I mean? Like that. It was more like
Yeah, yeah.
party songs than Dangerous. I would say. Yeah, yeah. Because Dangerous was like his like album being like "Hello World," like I'm fucking Morgan Wallen, like fucking hold this real quick, um, yeah, and then the one thing at a time, this thing just drops or whatever. He 36 songs or something ridiculous, and then he like and every single song. I mean, yeah, he has like probably like 3 or 4 songs where it can be on the radio and be like a catchy jingle. You know what I mean? But like the rest of the songs, like you listen to, and they're all lyrically like unreal. Like Last Night is like such a sick song. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, if you just listen to it, if you just put on his songs and just like have a couple beers or whatever, or you're just like chilling with your girl or whatever, he's gonna get you in some moods, man. Listen to some of the songs. Jesus. Oh my God!
We lost Snitsky again.
Then he's about to whip his dick out and like do some crazy stat, and then he's fucking see it.
Oh man,
hate to see it.
But yeah, no, Morgan's latest album, unbelievable. Like I think, like you said, yeah, like the lyrics, like I mean, I'm engaged with a kid, and this music's like putting me in my feels. Like I just like broke up with my girl. Like it's sick. Just puts you in a certain mood.
It brings me back to like those certain times where I was stationed overseas and I just get like whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like I'll be in like a sick fucking San Diego, you know what I mean? Like during my partying days, and it just like makes you like think about like all those like times, you know what I mean? It's so relatable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those heartbreak bangers.
Yeah, it's like you in college, man. You probably had like some of those situations you talked about.
Yeah, this is legit
Snipsky's
though.
What was the stat you had, Snipsky?
Yeah, One Thing at a Time breaks the record for biggest U.S. streaming week for a country album with over 315 million in 4 days. And you know who was the biggest? Taylor Swift.
Holy.
He passed Taylor Swift for most listens.
I was going to say, yeah, T Swift.
Which I love because fuck T Swift.
I've never been a Swiftie.
She's a hoe.
Yeah.
Thank God someone finally put her in her fucking place, man.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? Kanye, when Kanye did that, it was like, oh yeah, like the whole interruption thing. I was honestly kind of amped about that.
No, I don't like Kanye
I mean?
though either.
Because when Taylor Swift first came on the scene, this is pre anti-Semitic fucking Kanye. This was like
this was after Kanye didn't make any good music though. Kanye didn't make any good music for like 10 years. And then he goes up and says, "Everybody look at me." Like it's like, bro, you haven't made a good song in like 10 years. That's why I'm like, all right. He was good like when we were in high school.
Yeah. No, he went demon mode after that. No, when I was in high school, he came out with some good songs.
No, but I'm saying
Life of Pablo was when I was in college. That was a sick mixtape.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was like around that time, the Pablo thing. But I listened to Kanye when it was like Heartbreak 808s and Heartbreaks and like College Dropout. That's when he was on his shit, and then he just went fucking later. He went AB on everybody.
Yeah, literally.
AB before
next
AB.
Antonio Brown.
A guy who doesn't know Kanye. The guy that does no contact sports has CTE out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's
off his rocker for no reason.
All right, it was Kim K. Kim K drove him nuts.
Yeah, dude, all those celebrities,
all the Kardashians.
All those celebrities and sports figures that like dated or like married a Kardashian are fucking idiots, dude. Like after like Kanye or after
Harden got out of there,
Chris Humphries and shit like that. Like it's like stay away from them. Like what the? Yeah, dude. It's like I don't know why they keep on. Yeah, literally smart move. All right, let's get back to hockey. I'm sick and tired of talking about fucking pop culture.
I thought we were a pop culture podcast for a second.
Yeah, it's like Jesus. Like we probably lost so many fucking listeners and followers after just talking about this. So let's hop into the gambling corner.
Yo, I thought I saw like in the rundown. There's a little pop
final
culture
segment of the night. Oh, what do you got, Snipsky?
No. I was just joking.
Oh yeah, I snuck that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was off the rails, big time. But Bob, you're right. Let's get back to the hockey. Final segment of the night. We have our weekly NHL Gambling Corner. Speaking of gambling, sports betting, as of this Friday, March 10th, sports betting is live, mobile. So that's big for Massachusetts. So as always, you got to be 21 or plus to sign up and place bets. So please do so responsibly. All right, let's recap last week's records. Snipsky went on a heater, led the way, 5-1 week for him, big week. I hovered just above 500, went 3-2. Bob had a little bit of a down week, 1-3-1. So our latest Evander Kane standings, I remain in first, now 51, 43-1, 54% win percentage. Snipsky has leapfrogged back into second place, 44, 47-1, hitting at 48%. Bob remains in third, 42, 48-1, 47%. He's about a game and a half back of Snipsky here. So Bob and Snipsky just been going like punch for punch the past few weeks.
Yeah, and I'll have the haymaker to take him out soon, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay. It's that push. It's that push.
Snipsky's got an iron chin.
Yeah, it's that push, bro. That's keeping us.
Yeah, those pushes could be big.
Yeah, the push is like keeping us like close.
Yeah, I'll give you a fucking push off the ledge, buddy.
Push me off the Napontet.
All right, let's dive into it. Stay away from that. Nothing good happens in the Napontet Bridge.
I know.
Let's highlight our first game of the week. This will be on Thursday, March 9th, Bob's birthday. Happy early birthday, Bob. You better come with a winner.
You got to pick a winner.
Birthday. We got So just to give you guys a heads up, the first few games of this week stink. There's like no games on the slate, but the weekend it picks up a little bit. So Thursday, March 9th, we got the Ottawa Senators at the Seattle Kraken. Sens, Kraken. Bob, you're the birthday boy. Why don't we start with you? Who do you got here?
I mean, it's my birthday. I should probably smoke some crack, right? Get kind of nuts on my birthday. Might just have to fucking smoke some crack.
Let loose.
Do whatever you want.
I kind of liked Ottawa though, because they've been playing really good lately. But yeah, we'll do Kraken. I'll do Kraken because I think the Kraken are kind of due for a win. And Ottawa, I know they're playing hot right now, so maybe they might be doing it off. We'll see.
Yeah, Kraken on a 5-game heater.
Oh,
both teams been playing actually. Both teams actually been playing really
Ottawa
well lately.
Lost Sens, last game, I think.
Scrapping to get back in the playoff hunt. Kraken have been looking good. Snipsky, what do you think here? They did, yes.
This one,
Sens, Kraken.
I want to smoke crack, but I went to dare camp recently. So I don't know if I want to smoke crack. I first looked at this, and what screams to me is the under. Give me the under.
Ooh, the under.
Vinny just loves taking unders now. What are you, fucking born again virgin or something?
Hey, I'm just going with the trends. I've taken a lot of overs this year, and they haven't hit at all. So I'm like, all right, reverse course. 6.5's a lot for both these teams. It's already set at 6.5.
So what I'm seeing is that Cam Talbot back on the shelf for the Sens. So I'm not sure who they're going to have in net. Looks like it's Mads Sogard. He just let in 5 goals last game.
Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. That's fine. Something has to happen.
Over in the Sens Kraken.
Something has to happen. So.
Yeah, so we got Bob on the Kraken, Snipsky under. I'm on the opposite on the over for that one. Let's move on to Friday, March 10th. Probably the worst slate of the year. There's 2 games. They both are terrible.
Honestly,
but we're gonna
tonight is the worst.
Anaheim
slate.
at Calgary. We got the Ducks at the Flames. Yeah, tonight isn't
Dude, the
either.
worst night for TNT.
I told you they were stinkers.
The last night.
Yeah, so we got yeah. I'm like, I might just take the night off and go to bed early, watch a flick or something. But Ducks, Flames, Snipsky, why don't you start? Ducks, Flames. Who do you like here?
I'm going to take the Flames, dude. The Ducks are horrible. I don't like the Ducks at all. Like the only time I hear about
Sorry.
them is when Zegras does a about them is when Zegras does a fucking behind the legs score. He scores a goal between his legs. It's the only time I hear about him. So Flames, if they lose this game, they're fucking big time. Can't lose this one.
I agree. Dude, I hate the Flames so much. I don't know if I can take them. I hate the Flames, and the Ducks are just putrid. Oh, man, this game's awful. I'm going to just go with the over. Just give me some goals, hopefully. Hopefully both these teams
The
don't
Ducks
blow them.
average 2.5 goals.
Go over. Bob, what do you got? That's horrible. But I don't know if Markstrom's in that. Guy's a pylon.
They're both pylons.
Dude, fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, Coco, dude. Shit. I'll just go with Flames here. I'm just gonna go with because I don't even know which team to pick, and I don't think they're gonna score enough goals for the over either. So I don't even know. It's gonna have a tough one to pick, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll just go with Flames. I'll go with like the better team.
Yeah, you have to be pretty ballsy to take the Ducks here. They're so
the Ducks
bad.
are fucking so bad, dude. They're so bad.
But
I've just talked so much
crap about them. I've talked so much crap about the Flames. I can't back them. So hopefully they score for me.
Rhymes with sucks.
Getting over Flames 5-2 win or something. Let's move on to Saturday. We got a double dipper on Saturday, starting with the Battle of Pennsylvania. We got the Philly Flyers taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ooh.
This game will be on ABC. Penguins are desperate. Penguins are desperate right now. They need some wins to get in the playoffs. They had an impressive come from behind win the other night, down 4-0 against the Jackets, stormed all the way back and won. I think the Pens are gaining a little momentum here. But, yeah, I'll stick with the Pens. They have to win this game. Give me the Penguins.
Yeah.
I'm
Bob,
why don't we kick it over to you? Or Snipsky.
Yeah, I'll go. I agree with you, Coco. I think the Penguins, as much as like a lot of people were like kind of hating on them, like with like how they were kind of falling apart, like they didn't make any moves or whatever, They might have made a couple at the trade deadline, but no notable ones, if anything. But I think because they have such an arsenal of like players on their team, and like Mike Sullivan's a good coach and all that, like I think they're going to have to try to make a run at the playoffs, and they're going to be desperate for wins because, like you said, like that was an impressive comeback win the other night. And dude, it's Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, like everyone on that team has been in like part of that Stanley Cup winning team and the recipe. So like I think they're going to be fueled up for it. Like they're going to buckle down, and Sidney Crosby's going to be in there yelling at the boys, like getting the boys ready to go for the game. So for the little playoff push they have to do right now. So I think they'll take care of business in their the rivalry game against the Flyers.
I'm going to be short.
Snipsky, what about you? You going consensus?
Yeah, give me money line and puck line. Pens. I'll be right back.
Jesus Christ, you better fucking hope they win, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man. So we're all in the Pens, and Snipsky is double dipping on the Pens. I love that like disaster.
I love that from Snipsky, though, because he can easily go 0-2 and it'd be good for me, even though I'd lose.
Yeah, that's true.
I love when Vinny double dips.
It's a big one for Snipsky.
Yeah. I love when he gets like too cocky, because that's when like I'm in a good spot when he gets cocky.
Yeah, honestly, can't really hurt us if the Pens lose because Snipsky gets a double loser.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Why don't we talk about our second game on Saturday? It's the Edmonton Oilers battling with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Little battle north of the border. Oilers, Leafs. Bob, why don't you give us your pick here?
I think this could be an over game. So I'm gonna go with the over for this one, and also like I'm gonna put a little bit of analysis on this for the listeners. I'm not gonna take this necessarily, but the Leafs are frauds, man. They can't even beat the fucking Nucks. I took them last week to play beat the Nucks, and the Nucks just fucking beat the wheels off them. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Toronto. They made all those moves. It doesn't look like it's working so far. But I'm gonna go with the over here.
Ryan O'Reilly out long term too, broke his finger.
Yeah, that's huge too. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. Here, I like the over. I can't trust Toronto in this spot. Um, I do kind of want to take the Oilers, but do I double dip? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm going Oilers and the over. Double dipping. It's risky.
Let's go.
Oilers and over.
Bringing the moonshine to the
Snipsky,
campfire.
what do you got
Yeah,
here?
I'm
Snipsky, we got Oilers, Leafs. So far, Bob and I are both on the over, and I also double dipped the Oilers.
I'm gonna just go with the over, the safe play, because I saw Toronto played a hell of a game last night against the Devils. Like, that was a hell of a win for them. Like,
Jersey.
3-2. That was a hell of a win. But this spot's kind of weird because it's two Canadian teams that are battling for points so they can move their seeding back and forth East West conference. So I'm just gonna go with the over.
Damn, there's so many consensus, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Lastly, we have our last game of the week on Sunday, March 12th. We got two teams that are pretty good in the standings but haven't been playing great hockey lately. Are the Winnipeg Jets and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Snipsky, why don't you kick us off here? Jets, Lightning.
I'm gonna take Tampa. Because I saw what happened the other night when they got absolutely pumped shit by Hurricanes. They benched like their stars because Cooper was pissed. So I can see them responding and going on a little bit of a run here because they know they're up against it, especially with the Bruins. All the teams on the East are gearing up, and they're just kind of slipping, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I like the Jets. I got the future on them to win the Cup. They have not been playing great lately. Tampa's kind of just like a pissed off dog, like just looking to bite anything in their sight. Tampa's also really good at home, 23-5-4. And Winnipeg's only 15-15 on the road. I want to take the Lightning, but they did me dirty last week. I'm going to go with the under. I'm going to hope for a Vasi-Helly matchup in net. And if that's the case, I think this one goes under in a hard-fought, maybe a 2-1, 3-2 matchup. So
I can see that.
I'll be the stinker here and go with the under. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah. I agree with you, Coco. There's too many consensuses. I literally was thinking exactly what you just said, while you were saying it. It's going to be two hot goaltenders, two top goaltenders going at it. It's going to be like a playoff atmosphere. I think the Lightning are just going to turn it on, man. They're going to play their playoff game plan. They're probably going to, because obviously getting up for the playoffs, you got to start playing the way you are, the way you have to play in the playoffs. There's probably so many teams, dude. Especially the Jets. They're going to be a playoff team. All these teams that are going to be gearing up for the playoffs are going to start implementing certain game plans, and they're going to play defense first and all that stuff, like dump and chase games. Can't be doing run and gun in the playoffs. So there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be playing some hard defensive games. And like Coco said, two hot goaltenders, two top goaltenders going at it. So that's why I'm going to go with the under as well.
A lot of consensuses from the boys this week. Could be really good. Could be really bad. Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
so fingers crossed
I've been hot
here that we look like, gambling sharps. Get hot, stay hot. It's the name of the game. So they're the boys' picks this week. Regular season's winding down. These games mean a lot for us in our Evander Kane Gambler of the Year standings. Massachusetts sports bettors, live gambling mobilely online as of Friday, March 10th. Get your bets in, follow the boys, fade the boys, do whatever you want. As long as you're 21 or above, you can place your bets. Before we wrap up tonight, we got Bob's fun fact of the day. Bob, what do you got for us?
This is more than a fact. This is honestly, it's shocking, dude. So here we go. Woody Harrelson's father was a professional hitman who spent years in prison. When Woody Harrelson was 7 years old, his father Charles was convicted of killing a Texas grain farmer. He was given a 15-year sentence but was released for good behavior in 1978 after serving 10 years. Just a year later, Charles was hired by drug lord Jimmy Chagra, who faced a life sentence for drug smuggling. Chagra paid Mr. Harrelson $250,000 to take out U.S. District Judge John H. Wood Jr., who was presiding over the case. Wood was known for giving harsh sentences in drug cases and had earned the name Maximum Wood, which is fucking hilarious, by the way, due to how often he handed down life sentences. On May 29th, 1979, Wood was killed with a gunshot to the back outside his home in San Antonio, Texas. It marked the first time a sitting U.S. federal judge had been assassinated. After an intense manhunt, the FBI arrested Charles Harrelson, Woody, who was in his late teens, knew nothing about his father's crimes until he heard broadcasters mention a murder trial involving Charles versus Harrelson. Oh, no, my bad. Yeah, no, Charles versus Harrelson in 1981. Charles was handed 2 life sentences for Woods' murder. Isn't that nuts, dude? Woody Harrelson, the renowned actor, like, who's been in so many fucking unreal films. His dad was a hired assassin. And also, listen to this too. This is like it gets even crazier. So, like, they said that he might have been a conspirer or even killed John F. Kennedy, JFK. You know how, like, there's a bunch of conspiring of like 3 different people that like killed him. So So I guess, like, Mr. Harrelson, Woody Harrelson's dad, Charles Harrelson, was literally like one of the conspiring guys too, like, that could have possibly killed JFK. So his dad was a bad man, dude. Bad man.
Didn't give a fuck.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Yeah, I mean,
I love Woody Harrelson too.
Yeah,
I've always loved Woody Harrelson as an actor. So, like, this just makes me love him even more. He comes from a badass family.
Yeah, and then, like, and when he got older, Woody Harrelson, I guess, like, they found out, like, maybe that drug lord may not put the hit on the judge or whatever. They just found some new evidence, so, like, they tried to get his dad out of prison or something like that, and it didn't work. They're like, nah, like, there's not enough, like he was gonna pay his bond or something like that, but they like denied it. But dude, when I was looking up facts today, I saw that, I was like, dude, that is honestly crazy. I'm surprised none of us really heard of that. You know what I mean? I feel like that should be like a huge, like, news thing.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, they swept that under the
rug. That stuff doesn't get reported unless it's like
crazy.
Unless it's like set, like they know. Like, I don't know. It's weird, like how stuff doesn't get reported, but then like the Murdoch stuff you don't hear about until he actually gets sentenced. You know what I mean? It's weird how stuff gets covered up for so long.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we can dive into the Murdoch shit. We can dive right into the Murdoch shit if you guys want. Have you guys seen that Netflix documentary?
I've heard about some.
I'll have to watch it and do my homework. We can talk about it next epi.
Yeah, we can probably talk about it next epi. But dude, that shit's fucking wild. All the people out there listening, you definitely know exactly what we're talking about, dude. That shit's crazy. They got away with so much shit, dude.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it before next episode. I'll do my homework there. Make sure I watch that so we can discuss that next time.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I've heard that's nuts. I need to brush up on it a little bit.
Yeah, you got to. It's nuts.
But yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, when you have money like those people do, dude, you can keep people hush hush, and that information kind of is kind of put away for a long time.
Yeah, and they ran the whole entire because like their family was like the whole, like, they were city solicitors. Like, they pretty much ran the whole entire fucking town. It was crazy.
Wild. All right, boys. Good episode. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mass Music Radio. They continue to produce music for the masses. And if you haven't already, be sure to go check them out in their other featured podcasts over at www.massmusicradio.com. That's www.massmusicradio.com. That wraps it up for us tonight. We hope you enjoyed another episode of The High Slot. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to go check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at High Slot Podcast for more daily hockey content. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you, everyone.